3 hours left, God is exposing your sister-in-law. Your heart will break because you can't believe. Don't miss, open it quickly. In this very moment, heaven is whispering something that shakes the silence of your heart. The curtain that was kept closed for so long is being pulled back. God is saying, I am exposing the truth, and it starts within your own family. 3 hours left, and the light is falling upon a woman who pretended to smile but carried shadows behind her eyes. That woman is your sister-in-law. Stay with me till the end, because what I am about to reveal will break the chains of confusion that tied you for years. Bain Raho till the end, because this is not just a message, this is your freedom. For so long, you felt something was wrong, but you couldn't place your finger on it. A silence after every conversation, a heaviness after every visit, an unspoken tension that no one dared to name. And now, God Himself is saying, the disguise is falling. She said words in secret about you that your ears never heard, but heaven heard them clearly. She spoke as though you were the obstacle, yet in truth you were the blessing. This is the moment of unveiling. Don't skip. Hold on and stay with me. You can't believe what God is about to show you. The person you thought was family, the one who acted as if she carried love, was the very person holding hidden thoughts of jealousy and envy. She didn't need to raise her voice, her silence carried the sharpest knife. But today the heavens roar, no more hiddenness. Every mask is being shattered. Every whispered word is being written in the book of truth. And you, my beloved soul, are standing in the middle of a revelation that will change the way you see everything. Wait and stay with me. It will break your heart, not because you are weak, but because love always hurts when truth comes out. The hardest part is not her action, it is that you trusted, you believed, you gave your heart openly. Yet God says, do not be afraid, for I will turn even this pain into power. Your heart will not stay broken, it will be remade stronger. This is why heaven is crying your name tonight. Because your tears are about to become testimony. Stay with me till the end. Listen carefully, this revelation is not sent to destroy you, it is sent to release you. To lift you out of the invisible cage you didn't even know you were trapped in. In 3 hours, the turning point arrives. The clock is ticking, and the shift is already in motion. Don't scroll away, don't skip, because the moment you know the truth is the moment you step into freedom. Your sister-in-law's mask has fallen, and God is saying, now you will see clearly. Hold on, stay with me, because what's next is your miracle. The heavens are not silent tonight. A trumpet is sounding in the unseen realm, and it carries one name again and again, your name. God is saying, my child, your eyes will finally see what I have been protecting you from all along. 3 hours left, and the layers of deception are being peeled back like old paint on a fading wall. Your sister-in-law thought her whispers were safe in the corners, but heaven has written every word across the sky. Hold on and stay with me, because this is bigger than you think. When you sit alone and wonder why heaviness comes after family gatherings, it is not without reason. Every laugh carried a shadow, every compliment carried a hidden sting. She smiled at you, but behind that smile was a story she never wanted you to know. Yet God says, I have watched every move. I have counted every word. I have bottled every tear you cried after those silent betrayals. This is why tonight the veil is being ripped open. Wait and stay with me, because the moment of truth is already at your doorstep. Your heart will break, yes, because betrayal from strangers wounds the skin, but betrayal from family pierces the soul. Still, God's voice is clear, even in heartbreak, I will heal you. Even in disappointment, I will raise you higher. Do not think of this as an ending, think of it as a beginning. For every mask that falls, a new truth rises. For every false bond that breaks, a stronger blessing is released. Don't scroll, don't skip, stay here, because heaven is not finished with what it has to show you. The reason you can't believe this truth is because your love has always been genuine. You gave without calculation, you trusted without suspicion, you embraced without questioning. That purity is your crown, and it is why the enemy tried to use her jealousy to break you. But listen, what man tries to bury, God resurrects. What family hides in silence, heaven announces in thunder. This is not to shame you, it is to free you. And freedom always arrives with pain before joy. Hold on, stay with me till the end. 3 hours are ticking away, but they are not hours of fear, they are hours of destiny. The countdown is not to loss, but to revelation. God is exposing, not to embarrass you, but to empower you. To lift your head higher than before. To show you that your story is greater than the whispers that tried to define you. And now, you stand in the middle of this divine unveiling, chosen by heaven to know what others tried to keep hidden. Stay with me, because the next part will take you even deeper into the truth. The air around you feels heavy because heaven is trying to get your attention. A storm is not always outside, it can rise silently in the heart of someone who pretends to love you. And now, God says, I am revealing the hidden storm that lived within her. Your sister-in-law's mask was never real love, it was a performance built on envy, stitched together with jealousy, and painted with smiles that were not genuine. Stay with me till the end, because this revelation is not for everyone, it is carved only for you. Every time you walked into the room, she noticed more than your presence. She noticed your blessings, your strength, your favor. And instead of celebrating you, she quietly carried bitterness. She spoke words that made others doubt you, while making you believe she stood beside you. But the truth cannot remain hidden when heaven decides to shine. God is lifting the cover, and what was whispered behind you will now be revealed before you. Wait and stay with me, because this is the moment where silence breaks. You can't believe this, because your love was pure. You welcomed her as family, you shared your joy, you included her in your prayers. But her heart carried a seed that refused to rejoice when you rejoiced. Instead of clapping for your victories, she quietly wished your downfall. And yet, God in His mercy never allowed her wish to become your reality. Every time she planned in silence, heaven intercepted. Every time she imagined you falling, God lifted you higher. That is why your story is still standing today. Hold on and stay with me. Your heart will break, yes, but breaking is not the end, it is the opening. God allows the heart to break only so He can refill it with something stronger, purer, and unshakable. This truth is painful, but it is necessary. Because without truth, you remain bound to illusions. And illusions are cages dressed as comfort. But today, you are being released. God says, I am removing every false voice, every fake love, every hidden dagger disguised as a smile. Don't scroll, don't skip, because this is the hour of your freedom. 3 hours left, and the countdown continues. You stand at the doorway of a revelation that will shift the way you see everything. God is exposing not to shame you, but to elevate you. To take you higher, lighter, freer than before. The time of pretense is over. The masks are falling. The truth is rising. And you, my beloved, are about to walk into clarity like never before. Stay with me till the end, because the next chapter of this message carries the deepest unveiling yet. Listen closely, when heaven begins to move, nothing can stay hidden. God is saying, I am pulling down the veil, and your eyes will finally see. For so long, your sister-in-law played her part with precision. Every gesture looked kind, every word appeared soft, every act seemed harmless. But beneath those layers was a theater of shadows. She thought she could hide behind the mask forever, but time is a revealer. And now, 3 hours remain before truth knocks so loudly that even your heart cannot deny it. Stay with me till the end, because this unveiling carries a power that will change you. Your heart will break, not because you are weak, but because love trusted. You embraced her as family, you gave her space in your circle, you honored her as one of your own. Yet the truth is heavy, behind your back, her words were sharp arrows, disguised as silence but aimed at your name. She wanted others to see you dim so that her own shadow could appear brighter. But heaven has declared, enough. The light is coming, and once it shines, there will be no more hiding. Hold on and stay with me. You can't believe this, because your spirit is pure. You have never wished harm on anyone. You prayed for your family, you stood for them, you carried them in love. But what you didn't know was that some prayers were covering even those who didn't wish you well. That's why God kept you standing even when silent daggers were pointed at your back. Every time her envy grew, God's shield grew stronger. Every time her whisper tried to move against you, heaven whispered louder in your favor. That's why you are still shining today. Don't skip, wait and stay with me. This heartbreak is not the end, it is the beginning of healing. God allows the wound to open so the infection of falsehood can drain out. He says, I am cutting ties that were draining you, I am exposing voices that were limiting you, I am showing you who is truly for you. Your sister-in-law's mask had to fall, because God's next chapter for you requires no illusions. He is making your path clean, your circle smaller, and your future brighter. Don't scroll, don't turn away, because what is coming next is not pain, it is breakthrough. 3 hours left. The countdown is not against you, it is for you. These hours are the bridge between hidden betrayal and open clarity. Between silent envy and loud blessing. Between false love and true restoration. You are not losing, you are gaining. Heaven is preparing a table before you, even in the presence of those who doubted you. And your story will not end in heartbreak, but in elevation. Stay with me till the end, because the next part will take you even deeper into the miracle waiting on the other side of this revelation. The hour of unveiling is closer than ever. The countdown has not stopped, and heaven is moving with urgency. God is saying, I will not let my child live in the shadows any longer. I am uncovering what was hidden. Every false smile, every silent dagger, every whisper that was buried in darkness is now coming into the light. Your sister-in-law thought she could bury the truth deep enough, but heaven's eyes never close. Stay with me till the end, because what is coming now will set your spirit free. She envied the very blessings you carried, yet those blessings were never yours alone, they were heaven's mark on your life. Every time she smiled at you with her lips, her heart carried questions about why you were chosen. She could not understand why favor followed you, why joy surrounded you, why doors opened in your path. Instead of celebrating, she hid her envy under the blanket of family ties. But God says, I am breaking the blanket apart. I am lifting the cover. I am exposing the root. Hold on and stay with me, because this truth is about to shift everything. Your heart will ache, because betrayal always hurts deepest when it wears the face of family. But God is reminding you, this heartbreak is not to destroy you, it is to deliver you. What you lose in false love, you gain in divine clarity. What breaks in disappointment will open in revelation. He is saying, I am showing you the difference between those who clap for you in public and those who curse you in private. And I will not allow you to stay blind any longer. Don't skip, don't scroll, wait and stay with me, because freedom is already here. You can't believe this truth because your soul is sincere. You always gave without asking, loved without doubting, forgave without questioning. That purity is your crown, and it is the reason heaven guards you so fiercely. Even when she thought her words had power, God's shield made them powerless. Even when she imagined your fall, God's hand lifted you higher. That is why you are still standing strong, and why heaven is speaking now. Stay with me till the end, because your miracle is tied to this revelation. 3 hours left. Every second passing is drawing you closer to the moment of exposure and breakthrough. This is not the end of your story, it is the cleansing of your story. What was hidden cannot stay hidden. What was dark cannot resist the light. And when this truth is revealed, your tears will not be wasted, they will water the soil of your new beginning. Heaven is whispering, get ready, my child, for I am making all things new, till the end, because the next part carries an even greater unveiling of what God is preparing for you. The clock keeps ticking, and with every second the veil grows thinner. Heaven is closer now, pressing its truth against your ears, whispering, my child, you deserve to see what was hidden from you. 3 hours may sound like time, but in eternity it is only a breath, and that breath carries revelation. Your sister-in-law cannot run from the truth anymore. What she whispered in shadows is about to echo loudly in light. Stay with me till the end, because heaven is not finished with this message yet. You always wondered why heaviness followed after family gatherings, why laughter sometimes felt hollow, why peace never stayed long. That was not your imagination, it was your spirit catching what your eyes could not see. Her heart was not aligned with her smile. She hugged you, but her thoughts betrayed her. She sat at the table with you, but her soul wrestled with envy. And tonight, God says, I am separating the real from the false, the honest from the pretenders, the pure from the polluted. Hold on and stay with me, because this is the cleansing your soul has been waiting for. Your heart will break because love believed. You chose to see the good, even when the shadows were clear. You chose to hope, even when doubts whispered inside you. And that is the mark of your purity, it is the reason God treasures you so deeply. But truth, when it comes, cuts like fire. It burns the illusion so the healing can begin. Don't think of this heartbreak as loss, think of it as the surgery of heaven, removing what should never have been attached to your soul. Wait and stay with me, because your healing is tied to this moment. You can't believe it, because betrayal from family feels unreal. It shakes the foundation of trust, it makes the ground tremble beneath your feet. But God says, do not fear. What man breaks, I will restore. What envy tried to steal, I will multiply. What falsehood tried to bury, I will resurrect. Even in this moment of exposure, heaven is already planting seeds of your restoration. That is why the clock is not counting down to your defeat, it is counting down to your breakthrough. Don't scroll away, don't miss this moment, stay with me till the end. 3 hours left. The sound of heaven is clear, I am not exposing to hurt you, I am exposing to free you. Once the truth is unveiled, chains will fall, clarity will rise, and peace will finally return to your house. What you thought was stable will be shaken, but only so that what is eternal can remain. God is saying, this is the hour of cleansing, and my hand is on you till the end, because the next part will carry the deepest truth of all, the part that will leave you speechless and yet set you free forever. The hour is growing closer. Heaven's voice is no longer a whisper, it is thunder in the spirit, saying, the time has come, my child. The mask will not last another moment. 3 hours are still ticking, but you can feel it already, the vibration of truth moving through your veins, the pull of revelation knocking at your heart. What she thought was hidden under layers of smiles is now unraveling thread by thread. Stay with me till the end, because this part carries a weight that will not let you go. Your sister-in-law's presence has always carried 2 faces. One face you saw, the gentle, smiling, approachable one. The other face only heaven saw, the restless, jealous, uneasy one. She played her part so well that even you doubted your instincts. But tonight, God says, your spirit was right. Your eyes were not blind, only patient. You wanted to believe in family, but I am showing you truth. And when God shows truth, it cannot be denied. Hold on and stay with me, because every illusion is being broken in this very hour. Your heart will break not because of what she did, but because of who she was supposed to be. Family should mean safety, not betrayal. Family should mean support, not envy. But you carried someone who silently carried bitterness. She was supposed to stand beside you, but in silence she stood against you. And now, God's voice comes like a fire, saying, I will not allow my child to remain blind. I am removing the snake disguised as kin. Don't skip, don't scroll, wait and stay with me, because the truth is unfolding like pages from heaven's book. You can't believe it because love blinded you. You chose to forgive quickly, to overlook easily, to embrace fully. And heaven honors that kind of heart. But purity often attracts jealousy, and favor often awakens envy. She did not envy your possessions, she envied your light. She envied your strength, your grace, your ability to stand even when storms tried to break you. And though she tried to dim that light, God says, no one can extinguish what I have ignited. That's why your story still shines. Hold on and stay with me till the end. 3 hours left, and the countdown is not just for exposure, it is for elevation. Once this truth rises, you will never see her the same again. You will walk lighter, think clearer, breathe freer. God is not just exposing her, He is restoring you. He is lifting the weight you carried unknowingly, the heaviness you thought was your own but was actually her silent burden placed on your shoulders. And when that burden lifts, your soul will soar. Till the end, because the next part will bring the deepest strike of revelation yet, the kind that leaves no doubt and no shadow behind. The countdown continues, and heaven's clock does not lie. 3 hours remain, and in these hours, your spirit will witness a shift that cannot be undone. God is saying, my child, the time of blindness is over. I am removing the veil from your eyes. For years, you carried questions without answers, pain without explanation, confusion without clarity. Tonight, those questions are dissolving. The mystery is breaking open. Your sister-in-law's mask is falling, and truth is standing tall where lies once stood. Stay with me till the end, because this revelation carries freedom you didn't even know you needed. Her love was never full, her support was never whole. She clapped when others clapped, but her heart never joined in. She nodded when blessings came your way, but envy gnawed at her silence. And you, with your pure heart, believed it was all genuine. That is why this exposure feels heavy, why it shakes you at your core. But remember this, God does not reveal to destroy, He reveals to rebuild. He is saying, I am cutting away what was false so that your circle will be clean. I am showing you truth so that your future will be pure. Hold on and Bain Raho till the end. Your heart will break, but in that breaking a new strength will rise. The pain you feel is proof that you loved sincerely. It shows that your soul has always chosen loyalty over betrayal, honesty over pretense, light over shadow. And heaven honors that. God is reminding you, do not let her envy dim your glow. What she despised in you was the very thing I planted in you. And no human hand can remove what heaven has decreed. Don't scroll, don't skip, wait and stay with me, because your breakthrough is tied to these very words. You can't believe this truth because your trust was complete. You wanted to see family as safe, as sacred, as unshakable. But what she carried was not safety, it was jealousy dressed in silence. Yet God, in His mercy, never let her envy succeed. Every plan she thought in her heart fell to the ground before it could touch you. Every negative word she spoke behind your back was intercepted by heaven before it could reach your destiny. That's why you are still standing, why your life is still shining, why your name is still rising. Stay with me till the end, because the story isn't over, it's only unfolding. 3 hours left. These are not ordinary hours. They are prophetic hours, carrying the weight of exposure and the promise of elevation. God is not just showing you who she is, He is showing you who you are. You are chosen, favored, and shielded. You are marked by heaven, and that is why envy tried to follow you. But the shield is stronger than the arrow, the light is stronger than the shadow, and your story is stronger than the lies. Heaven is declaring, this is your hour of unveiling. Till the end, because the next part will reveal the final layer, the moment where every hidden truth steps fully into the light. The clock has not stopped, and with each passing second, the weight of heaven's truth presses closer. God is saying, my child, I delayed this unveiling for a reason. I waited until your spirit was strong enough to carry the truth. And now the moment has come. What was whispered in darkness is rising in light, what was hidden in silence is echoing loudly, and what your heart long suspected is finally being confirmed. Stay with me till the end, because this hour is not about heartbreak, it is about transformation. For too long, your sister-in-law wore the mask of loyalty. She acted like family, but her thoughts were far from love. She smiled when eyes were upon her, but her silence when you weren't around carried 1,000 daggers. She built her words carefully, enough to confuse others but sharp enough to wound your name. Yet God says, not anymore. I am stripping away every disguise, every false performance, every shadow behind her laughter. This is the hour of exposure. Hold on and Bain Raho till the end, because your freedom depends on it. Your heart will break, yes, because betrayal is always heaviest when it comes from blood or bond. But in that breaking, a seed is planted, a seed of wisdom, of discernment, of divine clarity. God is saying, I am giving you sight that will never be fooled again. I am giving you ears that will hear beyond the words. I am giving you strength that will not bend under deception. Don't scroll, don't skip, stay with me, because heaven is writing a new chapter right now. You can't believe it because you never carried malice in your own heart. You loved without measure, trusted without hesitation, gave without calculation. And because of your purity, God shielded you even when you didn't know protection was needed. Every curse spoken in her quiet bitterness was intercepted by angels. Every plan she thought in her silence was shattered before it touched you. That's why your life still moves forward, why your light still shines, and why heaven has chosen this very moment to reveal the truth. Wait and stay with me, because this is not just exposure, it is elevation. 3 hours left, and this countdown is not for destruction but for destiny. The truth that comes will hurt, but it will also heal. It will remove every false chain that tied you and release you into the freedom of knowing who truly stands with you. God is saying, I am not just revealing her heart, I am revealing your strength. I am showing you that your story cannot be stopped, no matter who hides envy behind a smile. Stay with me till the end, because the next part will carry the heaviest unveiling yet, the point where heaven writes the final line in this chapter. The countdown grows louder, and heaven's hand is moving swiftly. 3 hours left is not just time, it is prophecy. God is saying, my child, I delayed, I watched, I waited, but now the hour of exposure has come. The truth you once sensed in your spirit but doubted in your mind is now undeniable. Your sister-in-law's shadow cannot hide from the light any longer. Stay with me till the end, because what is being uncovered now will rewrite the story you thought you knew. Her words were never louder than her silence. She did not need to shout, her quiet envy spoke louder than any scream. When blessings arrived in your life, she smiled on the surface but wrestled inside. She questioned why you were chosen, why doors opened for you, why grace rested on your name. And instead of celebrating, she carried bitterness like a secret treasure. But God says, that treasure of envy is being emptied. That poison of jealousy is being revealed. No more will my child live under the weight of silent betrayal. Hold on and Bain Raho till the end, because heaven is showing every hidden layer. Your heart will break, because the truth always pierces deeper when it comes from family. You gave her trust, you gave her respect, you gave her love, and in return she gave you a smile with a shadow behind it. Yet even in this heartbreak, God is reminding you, this is not your loss, it is your release. What you lose in false love, you gain in divine clarity. What is taken away in deceit, I will restore in abundance. Don't scroll, don't skip, stay with me, because your healing has already begun. You can't believe this, because your spirit always chose forgiveness over suspicion. You never wanted to believe that someone so close could carry such envy. And that purity is what sets you apart. Heaven has guarded you because of that heart. Every arrow she thought in secret broke before it reached you. Every thought she carried against you was silenced by angels before it touched your path. That is why you are still shining, still standing, still chosen. Wait and stay with me, because this revelation is not the end, it is the doorway to a greater blessing. 3 hours left, and God is speaking louder. I am not only exposing her, I am elevating you. I am removing the false so the true can enter. I am closing doors of betrayal so I can open doors of destiny. This exposure is painful, but it is necessary. It is heaven's way of preparing your next season. The time of pretending is over, the time of clarity is here. Stay with me till the end, because the next part will carry the sharpest truth yet. The moment where the curtain falls completely and you step into freedom with no chains left behind. The clock strikes closer to the turning point. 3 hours are not just numbers, they are divine markers. God is saying, my child, every second brings you nearer to the unveiling I promised. What was hidden in her heart can no longer stay buried. The silence of your sister-in-law is breaking, and the truth is rising. Stay with me till the end, because this is the hour heaven has chosen for your eyes to see clearly. Her actions always seemed small, almost invisible. A glance here, a word there, a silence that lingered too long. But what looked small in the natural carried weight in the spiritual. Each silent envy was like a thread, weaving a net around your peace. And though she thought no one noticed, heaven noticed. God says, I watched every moment. I counted every word. I measured every thought she carried in secret. And now the net is breaking. The web of hiddenness is falling apart. Hold on and Bain Raho till the end, because the revelation is louder than the disguise. Your heart will break, yes, because betrayal in silence feels heavier than betrayal in words. She never said much to your face, but her silence spoke volumes. And now that truth is surfacing, the weight presses on your soul. But listen to God's voice, do not confuse heartbreak with defeat. This is not your loss, it is your liberation. What feels like pain now will soon become wisdom. What feels like a wound now will soon become strength. Don't scroll, don't skip, stay with me, because this exposure is the door to your freedom. You can't believe it because you built your love without walls. You allowed yourself to trust, you opened your arms without suspicion, you gave space in your heart without barriers. And heaven honored that. Even when envy whispered behind you, God's angels stood guard. Even when her thoughts carried shadows, light wrapped around your name. That is why no curse attached, no dagger landed, no plan succeeded. Heaven's shield has been your covering. Wait and stay with me till the end, because the final part of this unveiling is almost here. 3 hours left, and the moment of climax is close. God is declaring, I am not just exposing her, I am restoring you. I am giving you back the peace that was drained, the clarity that was clouded, the joy that was stolen. The weight she placed on your shoulders is lifting. The tears you carried in silence are turning into testimony. And soon, the story of your betrayal will transform into the story of your breakthrough. Stay with me till the end, because the next part will bring the curtain crashing down completely, where nothing is left hidden and everything stands revealed before your eyes. The countdown is pressing heavier now. Heaven is saying, the hour is near. The curtain is tearing. The masks cannot survive another moment. 3 hours left, and yet in the spirit, the unveiling has already begun. You can almost feel it, the atmosphere is shifting, the silence is breaking, the truth is standing tall where lies once sat. Stay with me till the end, because this moment will leave you speechless. Your sister-in-law carried 2 worlds. In one, she smiled with family, in the other, she wrestled with jealousy. She wore loyalty like a cloak, but under it her heart burned with envy. She nodded in agreement when blessings fell upon you, but inside she asked, why not me? Why not my life? And though her lips never shouted, her silence carried storms. But God says, every storm hidden in her silence is now being scattered. Every secret thought is now under judgment. My light leaves no shadow behind. Hold on and Bain Raho till the end, because the light is burning stronger. Your heart will break, because betrayal wears the heaviest crown when it comes from blood or bond. You offered love, she offered envy. You gave respect, she gave suspicion. You opened your soul, she hid hers. And now, with the truth revealed, the weight of disappointment presses down. But listen to God's voice, do not weep as if you are defeated. This heartbreak is holy, it is the fire that purifies, the pain that strengthens, the wound that births wisdom. Don't scroll, don't skip, wait and stay with me, because this breaking is not the end, it is the beginning. You can't believe it, because your nature has always been to forgive quickly, to love fully, to hope endlessly. You wanted to see family as a shelter, not as a storm. And heaven honors that heart. Every time she whispered, angels covered you. Every time she envied, God multiplied your favor. Every time she thought your story would stumble, heaven lifted you higher. That is why you are still standing strong, why your destiny remains untouched. Wait and stay with me, because the sharpest truth is about to fall. 3 hours left, and God's voice is louder than ever. I am exposing to heal you. I am breaking so I can rebuild. I am removing so I can restore. What was hidden will not survive the weight of this hour. What was disguised will not outlast the fire of this revelation. God is saying, your story is not ending in heartbreak, it is beginning in glory. Stay with me till the end, because the next part will carry the explosion of truth, the moment where the curtain crashes down and nothing is left concealed. The countdown is almost complete. The closer the clock moves, the stronger heaven's voice becomes. God is saying, my child, the hour of truth cannot be delayed any longer. What was hidden in the shadows must now stand in the light. 3 hours left, but the revelation is already trembling in the air around you. It is not just a whisper anymore, it is a roar. Stay with me till the end, because what comes next will change everything you thought you knew. Your sister-in-law's mask has started to crack. Every silent envy, every hidden jealousy, every dagger disguised as a smile is falling apart under heaven's fire. She tried to carry the role of loyalty, but the performance is collapsing. She could not hide from God's eyes, and now, she cannot hide from yours. The cloak of pretense is tearing. The silence she carried will soon speak without her choice. Hold on and Bain Raho till the end, because the curtain is crashing down. Your heart will break, not only because of what she did, but because of what she could have been. She was supposed to stand beside you, to protect you, to celebrate you. Instead, she carried envy like a seed and watered it in secret. She built walls of jealousy instead of bridges of love. And though you loved her as family, she chose to see you as competition. But God's voice is clear, this heartbreak will not destroy you, it will refine you. It will birth discernment. It will awaken wisdom. It will strengthen your soul. Don't scroll, don't skip, wait and stay with me, because you are almost at the turning point. You can't believe this because your spirit has always chosen purity over suspicion. You never imagined betrayal could live inside the circle of family. Yet God shielded you even when you didn't see it. Every plan she carried failed before it touched your life. Every word she whispered was broken before it reached your destiny. That is why your story is still rising, why your blessings are still multiplying, why your name is still preserved. Heaven is declaring, the truth is not your ending, it is your new beginning. Stay with me till the end, because the final unveiling is at hand. 3 hours left. The curtain is not just shaking, it is falling. God is saying, I am not only showing you who she is, I am showing you who you are. You are chosen, favored, protected, and unstoppable. The heartbreak you feel will turn into a testimony that others will marvel at. The pain you carry will turn into a crown. The truth you see will turn into clarity for the rest of your journey. And when this hour passes, you will not be the same, you will be stronger, freer, and brighter. Stay with me till the end, because the next part is the final explosion of truth where nothing will remain hidden. The curtain is hanging by its last thread. Heaven is saying, the hour has come. The shadows cannot hide, the silence cannot protect, the disguise cannot survive. 3 hours left, but in the spirit, the clock has already struck. The exposure has begun, and nothing can stop it now. Stay with me till the end, because what I'm about to reveal will pierce through every illusion and bring you into undeniable clarity. Your sister-in-law thought her silence was safety. She believed that if she never spoke loudly, her envy would never be seen. But heaven has eyes sharper than words, and God's gaze has never left her. Every whisper she carried in her mind, every dagger she sharpened in secret, every moment she chose jealousy over joy, it has all been written in heaven's book. And today, the book is opening. God says, no more shadows, no more pretending, no more hiding. Hold on and Bain Raho till the end, because truth is falling like thunder. Your heart will break because betrayal was not supposed to wear the face of family. You built bridges with love, and she burned them with envy. You opened your arms, and she closed her heart. You trusted the bond, and she twisted it in silence. Yet God says, do not think of this as your defeat. This is your release. What breaks you now will soon build you. What hurts you now will soon heal you. What leaves you empty now will soon make you overflow. Don't scroll, don't skip, stay with me, because the pain is only the doorway to peace. You can't believe it, because your love was genuine. You believed in family, you believed in unity, you believed in forgiveness. And that is why God Himself stepped in to show you the truth. He would not allow you to keep walking in blindness. He would not let you keep pouring into a well that was dry. Heaven shielded you, heaven preserved you, heaven carried you. That's why even in the middle of envy, your blessings did not stop. Even in the middle of betrayal, your destiny did not delay. Wait and stay with me, because the final unveiling is seconds away. 3 hours left, and yet heaven's voice declares, this is not the end, this is the beginning. I am not exposing to shame you, I am exposing to raise you. I am not tearing down to leave you broken, I am tearing down to rebuild you stronger. The mask has fallen. The truth is standing. And you, my beloved, are rising. Stay with me till the end, because the last part will bring the final explosion, the moment where heaven's hand writes the full story, leaving nothing hidden and making everything new. The last hour has arrived. The countdown that once whispered is now roaring. Heaven is saying, the curtain has fallen. The truth stands revealed. Nothing is hidden anymore. 3 hours left were given, and now the exposure has reached its climax. Your sister-in-law's mask is shattered completely, and the shadows she lived in are drowned in light. Stay with me till the very end, because this is the moment heaven has been preparing for you. Her envy is no longer a secret. Her silence is no longer protection. Every hidden thought has stepped into the open. Every dagger disguised as a smile has been broken in pieces before your eyes. She can no longer hide behind family ties, because heaven has pulled her into the light. And God is saying, this is why I delayed. I wanted you to see clearly. I wanted you to walk free. I wanted you to know who truly stood for you and who silently stood against you. Hold on and Bain Raho till the end, because this exposure is your liberation. Your heart may break, but God promises, I will mend it stronger than before. I will replace betrayal with discernment. I will replace tears with testimony. I will replace pain with power. What once felt like loss will now feel like freedom. What once felt like weakness will now shine as wisdom. What once broke you will now become the very reason you rise. Don't scroll, don't skip, wait and stay with me, because this is your turning point. You can't believe it because your love was pure. You gave everything without calculation. You opened your soul without walls. You trusted without suspicion. And while she chose envy, you chose love. While she carried bitterness, you carried light. And that light is why heaven shielded you all along. God says, no matter what she thought, you still rose. No matter what she whispered, you still shined. No matter what she carried, you still conquered. Because what I bless, no hand can curse. Stay with me, because this is not your downfall, it is your elevation. 3 hours left, and the story ends in victory. Heaven declares, the truth is revealed. The mask is gone. My child is free. You walk out of this hour lighter, freer, stronger. No more illusions. No more silent envy pressing on your spirit. Only clarity, only peace, only destiny. God is saying, you are chosen, and no betrayal can stop what I have planned for you. This is your new beginning. This is your testimony. This is your moment. Stay with me till the end, because the curtain has fallen, the truth has spoken, and your freedom has begun. This is the last chapter of the unveiling. The countdown has ended. Heaven's voice has spoken. God is declaring, what was hidden is no longer hidden. What was disguised is no longer disguised. My child, you now walk in freedom. The story that began with whispers of betrayal has ended with a roar of revelation. Stay with me till the end, because this last moment will seal everything inside your spirit forever. Your sister-in-law's silence can no longer wound you. Her envy can no longer chain you. Her mask can no longer confuse you. Every hidden dagger has been shattered by the hand of God. Every silent word spoken against you has been silenced forever. And now, instead of heaviness, you carry clarity. Instead of confusion, you carry peace. Instead of betrayal, you carry wisdom. God says, this is not your heartbreak, it is your rebirth. This is not your ending, it is your awakening. Hold on and Bain Raho, because this final word is the crown of your story. Your heart broke, yes, but through that breaking you discovered the strength you never knew you had. You discovered the depth of God's protection, the power of His love, and the shield of His angels. You realized that even when envy tried to surround you, heaven stood taller. Even when betrayal tried to touch you, destiny could not be stopped. Even when family failed you, God never left you. Don't scroll, don't skip, stay with me, because this truth is your eternal freedom. You can't believe how deep the revelation has gone, but heaven wants you to know this: your story is not built on what others feel about you. Your story is built on what I have spoken over you. And what God speaks cannot be erased by jealousy, cannot be shaken by envy, cannot be broken by betrayal. That is why you are still standing, still chosen, still favored. And now, you walk out of this hour with eyes wide open, with a spirit unshaken, and with a destiny untouched.